Hello friends, welcome to today's Python programming and data science class. And in this class we will learn the control statements, that is part 1 of control statements. And in this class we will learn the continue statement, break statement and pass statement. We are going to use all these statements in while loop. Let us see example for all these things. First we will learn what is while loop. In while loop, a block of statements will be executed repeatedly until a given condition is satisfied. Okay, here we are having a condition, that is while condition. While condition, if the condition is true, then a set of statements is being executed continuously, right? Statement 1, statement 2, etc. up to statement n. Statement n. Okay, so if the condition is true, then the following statements will be executed continuously until the condition goes false. Okay, so when the condition becomes false, then the line immediately after the loop in the program is executed. Okay, if the condition is false, then it will skip all those statements and the next statement after while will get executed, right? So here while loop falls under the category of indefinite iteration. Okay, here the number of repeated execution is not finite. We don't know prior a number of times this particular statement will be executed. Okay, so but in the for loop, we can fix the number of statements, that is the number of times the statement will be executed. But this is not possible in the while condition. That is, the statement will check this condition. If the condition is true, then the following statement will be executed, right? Simply. And indefinite iteration means that number of times the loop is executed is not specified in advance. Before starting the while loop, we don't know how many times the set of statements will be executed. So that is called as indefinite iteration. And now let us see the syntax for while condition. That is while loop. Okay. So the syntax is while followed by condition colon, then a list of statements will be there. Okay. So while condition colon, okay, colon, after that it will leave some space. Here statement 1, statement 2, that will go up to statement n. Okay, so all these lines will be started after a space, and all those statements will be at the same column. Okay, so next we will write here the next statement, statement I, for example. Okay, so this statement I will be executed after this while loop, right? And now let us try to print the Fibonacci series by using while loop. Okay, before that we have to learn what is Fibonacci series. Here the series will start from 0 and the first number is 1. Okay, and the next number will be the sum of these two numbers. 0 plus 1 is 1. And what is the next number? That is the sum of previous two numbers. 1 plus 1, which is equal to 2. And what is the next number? The sum of previous two numbers, that is 3. And the next number is 5 and next number is 8, and this will go on like this. Okay, now we try to print this series by using the while loop. Okay, for this I have declared two integer variables, number 1 and number 2. Here I am using multiple assignment statement, so that within a single statement I am assigning two values to two numbers. What is the meaning of this particular statement? Number 1 which is equal to 0 and number 2 is equal to 1. Okay, so this is the combination of these two statements, and this is simply a print statement. Fibonacci series is printed here. So now we come to while loop. While number 1 less than 10. What's the value of number 1 initially? It is 0. Less than 10, then it will print the value number 1. What is the value of number 1? That is 0. 0 is printed here. After that, again I am using multiple assignment statement. Here I will write one more time here. Number 1 which is equal to number 2 and number 2 which is equal to number 1 plus number 2. Okay, so this is the actual meaning of this multiple assignment statement. Okay, so number 2 is assigned to number 1 and number 1 plus number 2 which is assigned to number 2. Okay, what will happen now? Number 1 is assigned to 1 and number 2 which is equal to 0 plus 1, that is 1. Okay, this value will be assigned here. And next, again it will test whether number 1 which is less than 10 or not. What's the value of number 1? Now the value is increased to 1, isn't it? So this will print 1 again. So print n1. So after that the value will be changed. That is, what's the value of number 1? Number 1 which is equal to 1 and number 2 which is equal to 2. That is 1 plus 1, isn't it? 1 plus 1 which is equal to 2. Okay, now it will test whether 2 is less than 10. 2 is less than 10 is true. Then it will print 2. It will print the value of number 1. Number 1 is again 1, isn't it? So this will go on up to where the number 1 value less than 10. Okay, that is after 8 the number 1 value will be increased to 13 and number 2 value will be increased to 21. So 13 is less than 10. 13 is less than 10. So it will not execute this statement and it will come out of the loop. The program is got terminated. Okay, so this is the execution process of while loop. And next let us see the control statements which are used in the loops, Python loops. Here control statements change the execution structure or execution order from its normal sequence. So normally how the loop will be executed? For example, while condition. So list of statements will be there. All the statements will be executed sequentially. Okay, after that again it will test the condition. If the condition is true, again this statement will be executed. If the condition is false, then it will skip all the statement and come to the next statement after this while loop. Okay, this is the normal process. Now we are going to change the execution sequence by introducing the control statements. Okay, when execution leaves the scope, all automatic objects that were created in the scope are destroyed. If there is a change in this scope or in this execution sequence, what will happen? Those scope objects will be destroyed. Okay, here Python will support 3 different control statements. First one is continue statement, break statement and pass statement. What is continue statement? It will return the control to the beginning of the loop. It will return the control to the beginning of the loop. Suppose in this place I am having continue. Before some statements are there, after some statements are there. Okay, continue. If once it sees continue, then what will happen? It will go to the while loop, again test the condition. Okay, it will skip these statements. The continue will skip the statements after the continue statement. Okay, right. What is the break statement? Next one is break statement. It brings the control out of the loop. It brings the control out of the loop. For example, here I am having break statement. In this place I am having break. Once it reaches the break, what will happen? The control will go out of the looping statement, that is in this place. After the while loop, which statement is there? That is being executed here. And what is the purpose of pass statement? And this is used to write empty loops. Empty loops. The loop will get continuously until the condition is satisfied. Without any purpose, we can execute this looping statement. For that purpose, we can use the pass. So let us see example for all these control statements. First, we will see the continue statement. Okay. How we are going to use this continue statement in our while loop. Right. So for this, I am going to print first 10 numbers. First 10 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. First 10 numbers will be printed. And if it reach number 3, I don't want to print number 3, and after that I don't want to print number 8 also. In this sequence, I don't want to print number 3 and number 8. Okay, how we are going to omit only these two numbers from this series? Let us see one example for this. Now I am going to assign 0 for number 1. This is one variable, integer variable. Okay, see, we are having only one variable here. While number 1 less than 10. Number 1 less than 10. Similarly, like our previous example. Number 1 which is equal to number 1 plus 1. Okay, that is number 1 plus number 1 which is equal to number 1 plus 1. That is 1 is incremented here. If number 1 value is equal to 3. This is logical equal to, isn't it? This is going to test whether number 1 is equal to 3 or not. If it is 3, it will give true value, otherwise it will give false value. Or number 1 is equal to 8. Okay, if the number 1 value is equal to 8, this will give true, otherwise it will give true, otherwise it will give false. Okay, so by using the logical operator, we are going to test the value of the variable number 1. Then continue. That is, if number 1 is equal to 3 or number 1 is equal to 8, then continue statement. Continue means the control will go to while loop again. Okay. After that, print the value of n1, then end of while loop. Okay. Now let us see how this program is being executed. After running, we will get this particular result. This is the control output of this one. So first it will print 1, no problem here. Next, the n1 value is incremented and printed 2. Once it reach 3, okay, if n1 value is 3, then what will happen? It will not break out. It will go to again here. Okay, so we will miss out this 3 value, then 4 is printed here. And 5, 6, 7, see 8. Once it reach 8, it will not print this particular command. Okay, so the control will again goes to here, while loop. It will not print after that continue statement. Okay, so 8 is missed here, 9, 10, and end of the while is here. Okay, so what is the purpose of continue statement? Once it reach the continue statement, the control will goes to the while loop again. Right? And next one. Next we will see the break statement. Okay, so what's the purpose of break statement? Once we reach the break, it will skip all the statements and it will come out of this while loop. It will come out of this while loop. So up to these while statements are there. So this is end of the while, isn't it? Now here also I am having one integer variable, and if number 1 is less than 10, then what will happen? It will print the value. The number is incremented, number 1 which is equal to number 1 plus 1. Okay, and if number 1 is equal to 8, if number 1 is equal to 8, then what will happen? Break is there. Okay, we will skip the loop and come out of the loop. Okay, so in this situation, what is the output? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After that, n1 value will become 8, isn't it? Once it reach 8, it will come out of this loop, and see, end while will be printed here. End while is out of this while loop. Okay, so to break a particular loop, we can use this break statement. And the next one is pass statement. Okay, so without any purpose we are using the loop. For that we can use this pass statement. Okay, so here see, while statement example number 1. Here we are using two different loop. First we will see the while loop, after that we will see the for loop, how the pass is used in for loop. Okay, first let us see the while loop. Number 1 is equal to 0. While number 1 less than 10, n1 plus equal to 1. Okay, then pass, because this will be continued until the number 1 is less than 10. Okay, after that we are going to print the value of n1, isn't it? So in the loop n1 is being incremented one by one, isn't it? So what is the value of n1 now? See, n1 is 10. Okay, n1 is 10. See, here also n1 is 10. Okay, end while. So without any purpose we are incrementing the value, that is without any purpose we are using this loop. For that purpose we can use pass. Okay, let us see another example by using for, so that you can easily understand the purpose of pass. Okay, now I am going to print the for example. While is completed, next for example is started here. For, so for letter in Kuppam Engineering College. Okay, Kuppam Engineering College is a string. That means this particular loop will be executed all the number of characters in the string. So this is a string value. Kuppam Engineering College. Okay, pass. So how many times this loop will executed? All the up to the end of this particular string. So once the letter reached E, then the loop will be terminated. Okay, now I am going to print the last letter, that is letter. Okay, this is simply a string. Now it will print the value of this particular letter, the variable letter. Okay, what is the value of this particular letter? See here, E. E is this one. Okay, so what is the purpose of pass here? This letter is incremented until it reaches the end of this particular string. We don't do anything with this loop. Okay, so simply the loop will get incremented, executed continuously. So for this purpose we can use this pass statement. Okay, up to this we have seen the while loop, and then continue, break and pass. These three are control statements which are used in a loop. Okay, so in the next class we will see another important topic from first unit. After that, thank you.